Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to just talk a little bit about machine setup and some of the things that I'm doing. I'm not going to cover beginner basics like threading because I've already covered that in some other videos. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my chain stitch machine and some of my setup and thread. There's lots of options out there. There's no one right way to do this. I'm just going to share with you what I have done, and I do things to suit myself. So first of all, I want to say that if you haven't joined the Facebook group, please join the Facebook group Chain Stitch Embroidery Machine Singer 114W103 and more. That's a Facebook group. Please join there. There's lots of people in the group that are learning, and some are experts and can help you. I'm not an expert. I just try to help and share my information, but there's lots of people out there that definitely know more than I do. But I'm happy to share if I can help. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this machine here. This is my Mauser International replica machine, and it's pretty much exactly the same as a Singer. It's brand new, and it's a very affordable machine, and I absolutely love it, and I've been using this for quite a while. I also have, and excuse the mess, my work area is kind of a mess. I also have a Cornelli A machine that's rusty. I restored Rusty from being very rusty, and he's great. I like him, but I mostly work on my Mauser machine because I just love it and it's beautiful. And then I do also have a Singer 114W103 that's kind of just sitting here up on blocks. I don't use that very often either, but I just wanted to show this to you because I do have a choice of which machine to use. So back to the Mauser machine, which I'm using. I just want to show you a little bit about my setup. Basically, the wood table I made from a dining room table that I found. It is, I think it's 1 inch solid oak. And I have some pictures and tutorials in the Facebook group on how to make your own table. On this one, I did use a jigsaw, a drill, and a router. And I actually, if you look, I routed around the edge so that the machine sits fairly flush in the table, just a little bit sticking up. You don't need a router. You can just cut a hole and sit your machine on top. That works fine too. And I am using this stretchy green PU cord that you join together by holding it over a candle. So I only need 2 holes in my table. The less cutting of the wood I can do, the better. But you join this green belting by just holding it over a candle and squishing the ends together. It's amazing. I love it. And it's stretchy, so you can take it on and off your machine super easy. I love it. It's the best. I do add a little beeswax onto the belt because the belt can be a little slippery, especially if you have a brand new shiny machine. So the beeswax on the belt definitely helps. So today I was actually running some 3-thread embroidery, which this is the 3-thread here. Sorry for the shadow. This is the 3-thread over here on the right. You can see the multiple colors sort of change color as you're sewing depending on which thread comes up on top. And this is Mauser Silk Rayon Floss, which I absolutely love. This is my thread storage over here, and those are some of my colors of the silk rayon floss. Again, sorry for the mess. I don't have enough space to be organized. At least that's my excuse. Anyway, so you can see here there's a difference between running 1 thread and running 3. 3 gives you like a really bold outline. I do have my machine on the longest stitch for this, however. So anyway, I'm going to kind of walk you through what's happening under the table here. So right now I have a Servo Motor, which is a newer brushless servo motor. I happen to be running a Ganso C1000. It's a 3/4 horsepower servo motor. I like it because the controls are on the front of your table, so you don't have to reach under. I know there's other kind of motors out there. This is just the one I have. There's no right answer for that. So I'm set up on a domestic Singer treadle, which, and sorry, don't mind the dust bunnies, I have removed the treadle wheel from, and I have stretched it to make it wider so that I can get it under the machine. And I do have photos and some tutorials in the Facebook group. If you just search my name and the word stretched, they will come up. But basically what I have done is I have added this piece here. And in this treadle, I've stretched it on 2 sides because I wanted the pedal to be in the middle. But you can, of course, just stretch it on 1. And if you use an older style of Singer treadle, you can actually have the wheel stretch the left side, and you can put your machine in the table and you can still use the treadle wheel. But this was my creation, so I've actually used purple spray paint, glitter spray paint, and then a clear coat. So this stretched part is actually a bolt. It's a through bolt that you can see is, sorry, let me focus. It's on this side, is one side of the bolt. It goes through this copper pipe sleeve, which is just here for looks, to hide the threads of the bolt, and it comes out the other side with a lock washer and a nut. So that's how you can stretch any domestic Singer treadle, because it's connected only at the 2 points, and you can just stretch the legs out to the side and fit your machine in there. This one's a little more fancy. So what I'm doing with the thread, let's talk about the thread here real quick. So this is a spool of Mauser silk rayon floss, and it has a little bit sticking out the bottom. So to fix that and not have my thread like exploding off the spool, I have it sitting on a car washing sponge with a hole in the middle and a piece of paper. And you just sit it right in there, and then whatever spool you're using, let me show you this, regardless of whether the end sticks out or the end is flush like this one, it can go on your sponge. And right now I have this is conveniently located over here on the right hand side, out of the way of my knees and legs. And it goes up. I made this little thread stand from the sponge. I have it going up to a copper pipe copper wire that I just made in the loop. And then it goes over to one, see if I can focus on that, sorry. One screw eye, and then, sorry for the amateur camera work. Then it goes to another screw eye and into my threading device. And I have posted in the group a lot of information on the tension area and how to set up this whole area for, where your thread is coming from in relationship to the looper. So you can check in the Facebook group for that. But basically today, what I kind of wanted to show you too, is I am running 3 colors all at once. So I have 3 spools of thread going here, all coming from thread stands, and then going together up into the machine, and then coming out on the top. So this is a couple projects I've done with the multiple thread, and this is the first one I did. It's on a very nice short sleeve chambray shirt, and so this I did before I got the water soluble paper. It was a pain. Oh my God, it was horrible to pick out the paper, so I do not recommend that. So I went on Amazon and I got this water soluble paper. This is it. It's basically a piece of paper. You run it through the printer, your design comes out on top, and then you can stitch, and then you run it through the washing machine and it melts away. So this shirt has actually been through the washer and dryer. This shirt I made using 3 threads, 2 colors and a metallic. And I ran a light blue color through the entire project. And then where you see like the yellow, the green, and the pink, and then the purple flower, I ran the metallic thread, light blue thread for the entire project, but I changed the color, the one color, to make the different colors. So it's 3 threads running the entire time. Sorry, I'm trying to focus, but changing just one of the threads to change the color from yellow to green. This was a dark purple. And then this has already gone through the washer and dryer, because all my stuff goes through the washer and dryer, no iron after it comes out, regular laundry, just washer and dryer, no iron. Okay, here's a quick project I did last night. Sorry, don't look at the trash on the right. This is also a 3-thread project. So I ran 3 threads. Trying to focus here. I ran 3 threads all at the same time, and I used my water-soluble paper on the outside. So I ran my paper through the Xerox machine, and then put it on top and sewed. And then also on the inside, I got this roll of water-soluble, find the end here, where's the end? Got this roll of water-soluble backing, which does not go through the printer, but I put this 2 or 3 layers on the inside of this jacket. And then you can see, if I turn it over here, so on the inside, there's just nothing but the thread, and I like that. It's a very light kind of a thing, and I go right over the seams. It's no problem to sew over top of the seams. And then I did a little design on the front pockets as well, just to kind of bring the design to the front. So that is sewing with 3-thread embroidery, 3 threads at the same time, all in your machine, all at once. And I'll give you a quick demo of this. Let me set you up over at the machine. Okay, so back at the machine, I'm going to show you a little demo of 3 threads versus the 1 thread. Just going to run this real quick in the Mauser machine. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to put you in the holder. Okay, so I've got my 3 threads coming out the bottom. I have here just a piece of tearaway stabilizer that's doubled up. You just can run around the same as you do with any other chain stitch, except you get a really awesome looking fat bead of thread that is amazing and changes color, and I just love it. This is really cool. So to do this, I'm using a size 7 needle and a size 12 nipple, and I've got my stitches on about 8 stitches per inch, and I have my tension pretty loose. So that's how you make the multiple stitches. But hopefully showing you my setup has helped for you to get some ideas on how to set up your machine. Okay, thanks for watching.